Chapter 21. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Hiruzen is really old. He was scared by the name of Uchiha Madara and dared not take action. Regardless of whether what the other party said was true or false, it would not be a problem if I tried to test him, right? Would the other party dare to go to war with Konoha, the first in the ninja world, just because of my test? The mayfly technique is really convenient, especially with the addition of the sage body and Hashirama's wood release. The effect is much better than the mayfly technique performed by White Zetsu. A figure dressed in a tight manner appeared in the secret room of the root. Who? Come. The dark ninja, who was still deep in thought in the secret room, immediately noticed the sudden arrival of the mysterious man. Other gods. What? How did you get? Luckily Danzo's Koto Amatsukami Mangekyo was taken away by the third Hokage, otherwise there would be no way to deal with him. The few lives on his arm alone could fight with him until the entire root was assembled. Danzo, gather all the existing roots of Konoha, let's show some of the top leaders a little bit of our skills tonight. Alas, I don't like fighting, but Sarutobi is pushing me too far, so I can only let you tribesmen suffer. I understand, Sir. Shueiyun, come in for a moment. Shimura Danzo, who had been stamped with a mental stamp, unconditionally supported Uchiha Shinichi's request, even if the condition was to massacre the Shimura clan. What do you want, Master Danzo? Who is this? Kurama Mizuyan was very confused about Uchiha Shinichi's presence. He was clearly guarding outside. Apart from Ryoma who had just come in and out, no one else should have come in. Don't ask if you don't know. Go gather the root members in the village. There will be an action tonight. Facing Kurama Mizuyan's doubts, Shimura Danzo had no intention of explaining. The advantages of the root were fully revealed at this time. They were a group of emotionless machines. Even if they had ideas, they had to hold them back. Obviously, Uchiha Shinichi's appearance was extremely suspicious. If it was the Umbu, they would probably have tried to notify the third Hokage to come to support, but it was a completely different matter if it was the root. No matter how suspicious it was, facing Danzo's order, Kurama Mizuyan could only suppress his doubts. Yes, Master Danzo, but do we also need to transfer the people who monitor the Uchiha clan back? There shouldn't be anything more important than the Uchiha clan right now, right? After all, Master Danzo and several high-ranking officials have been planning this for so long. Summon them back, the Uchiha clan is not a concern, let's finish tonight's business first. Yes, I understand. Is there anything more important than the Uchiha clan? As the roots in various places evacuated, the Uchiha clan and the Umbu who were monitoring the Uchiha clan discovered the abnormal movements of the roots. However, the Uchiha clan did not have any excessive changes. The Umbu sent a few people to report this situation to the Sandame. Xiaochun, are you sure you are not kidding? Your previous series of actions were all controlled by someone. How is it possible? Someone is actually controlling Xiaochun, the elder of Konoha, right under my nose. Damn, doesn't that mean that all my previous actions were controlled by this mysterious person? Even my going to the root to snatch the wood-release ninja was under the guidance of this person. Why did this mysterious person do this? What is his purpose? You are absolutely right. I know my situation very well. I will never make enemies with Danzo for the sake of the power of the root. Moreover, I don't even know the existence of Yamato, and I will never tell you that Danzo has secretly kept a wood-release ninja. Having escaped from Koto Amatsukami's control, Uchiha Koharu immediately went to Sarutobi Hiruzen to explain the seriousness of the matter. However, with the protective force around you, who can control you so unconsciously? If Uchiha Shisui is still here, it is possible. Although Konoha did not suffer any loss in that operation, this mysterious person would definitely not attack without reason. The other party must have a bigger plan. Could it be, to sow discord among the top leaders of Konoha? That shouldn't be possible, right? Could it be Uchiha Itachi? After all, That brat has also awakened his Mangekyo Sharingan, and according to Danzo, Uchiha Shirsui's Kotoamatsukami Mangekyo is still in his hand, so it is entirely possible that he can control me without any life. That kind of situation where one's life and will are not under one's control, Uchiha Koharu never wants to experience again. Don't jump to conclusions yet, we still have to rely on Itachi to deal with the Uchiha clan. Although Uchiha Itachi has the strength to do it, but judging from his attitude towards the Uchiha clan, it should be impossible for him to do so, and he has no channel to obtain Yamato intelligence from Danzo. Humph, Hiruzen, you are too naive. What if Uchiha Itachi is just trying to lull you into a coup by planning to exterminate the clan? He may have already cooperated with the Uchiha clan to prepare for a coup. After all, he is the young patriarch of the Uchiha clan. Whether it is Uchiha Itachi or not, since that evil kid has the power and means to control himself, he must not be allowed to stay. Let's wait and see. After all, the Root and the Umbu are watching us. Even if the Uchiha clan is planning a coup, there will be signs. We can get the news in advance even if we don't go through Uchiha Itachi. That I have been eyeing this guy Itachi since I was in the ninja school. How old was he at that time? How could he have such a deep mind that even deceived me? Humph, Danzo is right, Hiruzen, you are too weak. When it comes to the safety of the top leaders, Hiruzen still behaves like this. Isn't his own experience enough to warn him? Xiaochun, I am the Hokage. Itachi Uchiha is still useful. If you feel that your safety is not guaranteed, I can arrange a few more ANBU teams for you. You also have the power to mobilize people from the Root now. After so many years, Xiaochun's strength has not improved at all. No wonder he is so cautious. His own strength is too weak and he is timid in everything he does. Hiruzen, you're going to regret this. QQ. Enter. Report to the Hokage, the Root members guarding the Uchiha clan have been evacuated in large numbers. Umbu member Raven bowed and reported all the movements of the Root. Root? No, Danzo has always been more active than anyone else in the Uchiha clan. Why did he evacuate early this time? At such a critical moment, doesn't he want the Sharingan anymore? The third Hokage knew Danzo's plan very well. Due to the rise of Uchiha Kagami, his old friend had a crazy desire to spy on the Sharingan. After all, Kagami was a few years younger than himself and Danzo, but he was not weaker than Danzo in strength. This was the advantage brought by the bloodline limit. Chapter 22. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Sir Sandame, do you want to send some people to take a look? As a relatively large department of Konoha, although the Root is not well known to the public, any major action of the Root involves all aspects of Konoha. Well, you don't need to intervene in this matter. Continue to monitor the Uchiha clan. Xiaochun, take your people to the Root and see what Danzo is up to. Can't Danzo be quiet at this critical moment? Summoning the Root now. Is Danzo planning to attack Uchiha Madara? Or is he planning to attack Uchiha Itachi afterwards? I see. I also want to get familiar with the management of the Root. Humph, although it's a bit unpleasant to be controlled by Uchiha Itachi, but in the matter of seizing the power of the Root, Itachi has finally done something human. The Roots are dark. Master Danzo, all the people have been gathered, please give your instructions. Kurama Shueiyun respectfully looked at Shimura Danzo who was sitting on the main seat and reported. Well, without further ado, the goal of the Root tonight is to annihilate the entire Ten clan, the Midaman clan, the Shimura clan, and the remaining Sarutobi clan. Time is short and the mission is heavy. Prepare your equipment in a quarter of an hour and set off immediately. While issuing the order, Shimura Danzo began to remove the bandages wrapped around his arms and head, revealing a large transplanted 3-Magatama Sharingan. The important property that I have collected over the years between the Second and Third World Wars will finally come in handy tonight. Evil Shimura clan, tonight I will use you beasts to sacrifice my Sharingan. Nanny. Times N. Master Danzo, did you say something wrong? You meant to annihilate the Uchiha clan, right? Even Kurama Mizuyan, who had been trained to be calm, couldn't help but wonder if Master Danzo had given the wrong order. After all, who would lead the way in exterminating their own clan? Isn't this a psychopathic act? That's right, we are going to destroy Utane, Shimura, Mitomen and the Sarutobi clan. What? Do you want to disobey me? Looking at the hesitant Kurama Mizuyan, Danzo has already launched the first move of the tongue. No, I will follow your instructions. It seems that Konoha is going to be in big trouble. Unfortunately, this matter is not something that a small person like me can intervene in. I just hope that it will not affect the Kurama clan. A quarter of an hour later. Are you all ready? Then let's go. Don't let any living person go. No matter if they are just 1 month old or 99 years old, they will all be killed. Do you understand? Danzo stared at the root members under his command with a cold Sharingan. No one dared to look him in the eye. Yes, Lord Danzo. Time's N. Alright, let's go. Swoosh, 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 swoosh. A large mass of roots quickly rushed towards the territory of the Xuanqin tribe, startling birds and causing animals to flee wherever they passed. Swish, a root appeared in the Xuanqin tribe. Who is it? It's so late, what's the meaning of coming to my bed-changing clan? Swish, swish, swish. Before the patrol personnel could react, several more roots appeared in front of them. Dressed like this? Are you members of the root? Are you here to ask Elder Xiaochun to take over the root? Without much nonsense, he cut his throat with a single cut. The root is very particular about doing things cleanly and neatly. Let's go to the next place. There are a lot of tasks tonight. As for the corpses, Danzo has instructed that we don't need to worry about anything except the Jonin. Kurama Shueiyun shook off the blood on his knife and ignored the fallen patrolman. The corpses of this kind of garbage are not worth collecting. Yes, Lord Shueiyun times 12. 1 hour later. Master Danzo, we have finished the work. No one of the Tenshin clan is left alive. Here are the bodies of the 35 Jonin. Kurama Mizuyan, covered in blood, led a group of root members who were also covered in blood to respectfully report the results of the battle to Danzo, and handed over the bodies of the Jonin that Uchiha Shinichi needed. Well, that's good. The Uchiha clan is still valuable after all. Is there anything wrong with the barrier class? After all, if there is no barrier class for such a big thing, it will definitely alert other people. Danzo is not afraid of this, but it will also increase the difficulty of the subsequent massacre of Shimura, Mitomen and Sarutobi clan. Reporting to Danzo, nothing happened in the barrier team. Should we take a break before going to other places? Looking at his subordinates who were seriously exhausted and injured, Kurama Mizuyan suggested to Danzo. You're thinking of taking a break after such a small difficulty? We are now at risk of being exposed every minute and every second. This matter must be resolved quickly. If you want to take a break, there will be plenty of time for you to do so later. Now set off for the Mitomen clan. Don't worry, I will personally take care of it this time. You are so young, but you are always thinking of taking a break. It seems that the training intensity of the root is still too low. After this matter is finished, you must have a good special training. Yes, Lord Danzo. Times N. At the same time, the root base. Mr. Xiaochun, there is no. There are none here either, Master Koharu. Several Umbu searched the entire base, but did not see any root members. Except for a few half-dead experimental subjects, there was no living creature in the entire root. How come there is not even a ghost? What on earth did Danzo summon the root to do? Could it be? Uchiha Koharu looked in the direction of the Uchiha clan, and suddenly remembered Danzo's attitude towards Uchiha Itachi. Could this guy have organized the root to attack the Uchiha clan in advance? Damn, Danzo is too impulsive. No, I must inform Hiruzen to prepare for the worst. Leave 2 people here to watch, and the others will follow me to find the 3rd Hokage. If my guess is correct, the genocide of the Uchiha clan will happen tonight. and now is not the time to hold Danzo accountable. Since Danzo has already taken action in advance, I must remind Hiruzen and Uchiha Itachi to take action, otherwise it will be difficult for the root personnel to take down the Uchiha clan alone, and even if they are lucky enough to take them down in the end, there will probably be many fish that escape, late at night, in the Hokage's office that ever since the incident. With Sarutobi Asuma, the prestige of the third Hokage in the Sarutobi clan has plummeted, and Sarutobi Hiruzen usually stays in the Hokage's office unless there is something important. Alas, although they know that there is something fishy about Asuma, the clan members obviously don't care so much. They just need an object to vent their hatred now. How should your father deal with you, Asuma? Thump thump thump. A chaotic sound of footsteps came from far away. Hiruzen, something terrible has happened, and you still have the energy to smoke here? Hurry up and gather all the umbu, it will be too late. Utane Koharu hurriedly pushed the door open. Chapter 23. You are listening at novelfull.audio. What do you mean it's too late? Didn't you go to the root, Koharu? Did something happen to the root? No way. Koto Amatsukami had already lost the would-release ninja and Uchiha Shursui, so Danzo couldn't get hard even if he wanted to. There is not even a ghost from the root. Danzo must have led the root to launch a genocide plan against the Uchiha clan in advance. Hiruzen, we must notify Uchiha Itachi as soon as possible to cooperate with our actions, otherwise it will be too late. It's been so long since the root personnel were recalled. The Uchiha clan is probably fighting fiercely at this time. Although it happened suddenly, with the wisdom of Uchiha Itachi, he should be able to adapt to the situation, right? What? Danzo made his move in advance. Idiot, you ruined my plan. Kuga, gather all the umbu members to the Uchiha clan territory immediately. Koharu will go first. Even a steady man like the third Hokage, facing a teammate like Danzo who had a history of insanity, did not doubt for a moment whether Uchiha Koharu's inference was wrong. Yes, third-generation master, that the captain of the umbu who had been listening in also understood the urgency of the matter. He casually said hello and left in a hurry. Hiruzen, if the situation on Danzo's side deteriorates, should we continue with this plan to exterminate the clan? On the way, Koharu Utane looked at her old friend anxiously. If it were before, she would still be quite confident in destroying the Uchiha clan. After all, there were high-level officials and a group of root and umbu outside, and the evil brat Uchiha Itachi inside. In addition, with the death of Uchiha Shursui, it was not difficult to destroy the Uchiha clan without any injuries during this period. But now it is different. With Danzo's alert, the Uchiha clan must have been ready for battle, and the traitor Uchiha Itachi, who was carefully trained by them, was obviously not ready. At this time, Konoha could only fight to the death if they wanted to destroy the Uchiha clan. Well, it depends on the situation. If Danzo is in an advantageous position, the extermination plan will be carried out immediately. If Danzo is in a disadvantageous position or even defeated, then everything will be Danzo's personal behavior. I will throw Danzo into Konoha prison on the charge of treason and execute him after all the evidence is collected. Danzo is getting more and more difficult to use, but after all, he is my old friend for many years, so I still have to save him. Execution. Isn't that too much? After all, everything Danzo did was for Konoha, he just brought our plan forward. Without Danzo, the reckless man, wouldn't it be my turn and Yan's turn to do the dirty work of the top leaders in the future? Don't worry, this is just a means to stabilize the Uchiha clan. As long as we delay until Uchiha Itachi takes action to exterminate the clan, then we will have the final say on whether Danzo is guilty or not. After Danzo's disturbance, the Uchiha clan should be more vigilant, right? I don't know if Itachi's plan can go smoothly. Is that so? Yes, as long as the Uchiha clan is gone, I believe no one will dare to gossip when Danzo is rescued. Hiruzen is still the same Hiruzen. When the second generation asked him to be the Hokage, it was undoubtedly the best choice for them, Mtlnovel clan land. Danzo, what do you mean? How dare you let the root attack my Mtlnovel clan? Have you forgotten our friendship for many years, that looking at the tragic death of his clan members, Mitaman Yen has never hated his own lack of strength so much. If he had known that this day would come, he would have practiced with Master Tobarama no matter what. Humph, friendship. I have no friendship with you worms, wind-style vacuum jade. Shimura Danzo, who had lost his mind, had no intention of showing mercy to his old friend. Earth escape Earth formation pillar. Damn it, listen to me, members of the Root, I am one of the leaders of the Root appointed by the Sandaime Hokage himself. Danzo has already betrayed, I order you in the name of the Root leader to immediately assist me in capturing this bastard Danzo. Seeing that the situation was becoming more and more dangerous, and more tribesmen fell, looking at the transparent barrier in the distance, Mitaman Yen had to pin his hopes on the title of Root leader. Humph, naive, the Root has always been my personal Root, old dog Hiruzen wants to split my Root with a piece of paper. It's just a pipe dream, Mizuto Kato N, accept your fate, wind-style vacuum wave. Puff puff puff, a sound of objects penetrating was heard, in front of Danzo's wind-style, Mizuto Kato N was like a rag doll, with holes all over his body. Cough, 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 Danzo, you will not die well, Hiruzen will not let you go. After the dying Mitaman N said this last sentence, he fell to the ground weakly. Humph, Hiruzen. Even if he wants to let me go, I may not let him go. Next, it will be the turn of the remnants of the Sarutobi clan. Shuei-yun, clean up the battlefield and preserve the bodies of the Jonin. Danzo moved his swollen and painful arm and called out to Kurama Shuei-yun beside him. I didn't expect that Yen, who usually keeps quiet, has trained so many Jonin in his family. These are all the hard work of the people of Konoha. Pa, you beast, you still want to talk about friendship with me, Shimura Danzo? Yes, Master Danzo. If we can't eliminate the Sandaime Hokage this time, you think these Roots will definitely be held accountable, right? Master Danzo, what do you want to do? Well, I'm optimistic about you. I'll take the people to the Sarutobi clan first, and you guys will follow. There's still plenty of time until dawn. After destroying the Sarutobi clan, there's still time to settle accounts with the Shimura clan. Don't blame me, Jizo, everything is for Konoha. In the Uchiha clan territory, the two groups looked at each other. Sandaime-sama, it's so late, why did you bring so many people to the Uchiha clan? Is there another member of the guard team who is not enforcing the law fairly? But even if so, there is no need for such a big show, right? Is this old guy planning to take action against the Uchiha clan? No, it's impossible, based on my understanding of the top leaders. If they really take action, the one who rushes to the front will definitely be the old dog Danzo, the third Hokage, who cherishes his reputation, will never stand in front of the stage like he is now. Fugaku, I received intelligence that there are spies from the Hidden Cloud village who have infiltrated Konoha and are planning to steal the Uchiha clan's Sharingan, so I led the Umbu to support the Uchiha clan. How did this guy Koharu do things? Looking at the situation, Danzo obviously did not take action against the Uchiha clan, so I had to mobilize such a large force, not to mention alerting the enemy. If it weren't for my quick thinking, I don't know how to explain today's matter to the Uchiha clan. Chapter 24. You are listening at novelfull.audio. What? Kumogakure spies. He actually sneaked into the village. Are you planning to steal the Sharingan from our Uchiha clan? It should be true. The guys from Kumogakure have a criminal record. Captain Murakami is right. Those reckless men in Kumogakure are interested in even the Byakugan. There is no reason for them to turn a blind eye to the more powerful Sharingan. kidHate, Murakami, you two take the people to seal off the clan, and make sure not to let any suspicious person escape. A spy from Kumogakure? Stealing the Sharingan? This possibility is not impossible, but the Sandaime wouldn't make such a big fuss, right? When did this old guy care so much about the Uchiha clan? Chief Fugaku, do you need the cooperation of my Umbu? It seems that this hurdle has been passed. With this exercise, the next time the Umbu is dispatched to launch a clan extermination plan, the vigilance of the Uchiha clan should be reduced a lot, right? There is no need for that. We only have the Kumogakure spies and guards. There are many family members in the clan, so it is not convenient to alert the Umbu. The Uchiha clan can handle this matter by itself. If a spy from Kumogakure is found, Fugaku will hand him over to the Sandaime himself. What on earth is this old man thinking? Do I need the cooperation of your Umbu to catch a spy? Do you really think that we are the most powerful family in the ninja world for nothing? Is that so? I am being presumptuous. Let's wait for good news from the Fugaku clan leader. Goodbye, Xiaochun, let's go. Without further delay, Sarutobi Hiruzen left with a group of Umbu very decisively. This situation was the best outcome. He was not ready, Itachi was not ready either, but the Uchiha clan was ready. Humph, arresting spies. Looking at the Sandaime Hokage who simply left, Uchiha Fugaku was certain that the so-called spy was just an excuse for the Sandaime to cover up his deeper purpose. But why did this old guy stay up late at night, bring a group of people here, and then leave in a whimper? Could it be, to test the existing combat power of the Uchiha clan and the time to mobilize personnel in a critical situation? The top leaders, are they preparing to attack the Uchiha clan? Shisui, Itachi, did you see that? It's not that the Uchiha clan doesn't want peace and stability, but the Konoha high-level officials have no intention of letting the Uchiha clan go. In the Hokage office building, Sarutobi Hiruzen smoked his pipe with a gloomy face. Hiruzen, this is my fault. I didn't make a hasty conclusion without asking anyone to investigate. It's really wrong. Seeing that the Sandaime looked unhappy, Yutain Koharu took the initiative to take responsibility. After all, if the Sandaime hadn't remained calm, the Umbu would have probably fought with the Uchiha clan by now. It's not your fault. After all, at a critical moment like that, who has time to investigate? If it's true, by the time the investigation is over, the Uchiha clan will probably have already fought their way to the Hokage building. My only question now is, where did Danzo take the entire route? It's not a war period now. Apart from the Uchiha clan, who else in Konoha is worth Danzo's trouble? The gate guards didn't hear any news that Danzo had temporarily left the village. How about going to the Shimura clan to ask? Apart from the route and the Hokage building, the Shimura clan is the only one who might have news about Danzo. Danzo doesn't have any hobbies or interests, so there are only a few places to find him. Hey, Xiaochun, please accompany me to the Shimura clan again. There is such a big personnel transfer, but Danzo didn't even say hello. He is getting more and more unruly. After this, Xiaochun and Yen should take over the route as soon as possible. Danzo is unreliable. There is no trace of Danzo and the route in the Uchiha clan now. According to the previous remarks of my old friend, did he find the trace of Uchiha Madara? Did he take away the route urgently this time to contain Uchiha Madara? Forget it, let's go to the Shimura clan first. Sarutobi clan land. Ever since Asuma's last torture, the entire Sarutobi clan land has become very empty. It is no exaggeration to say that 9 out of 10 houses are empty. Master Danzo. What are you doing here so late at night? The Sandaime is not in the clan. The guard at the gate looked at Shimura Danzo, who was followed by a large group of root members, and a cold sweat broke out on his back. Have heard that Danzo wanted to be Hokage, and looking at his posture today. Is he trying to stage a coup? Hiruzen. I will go find him, but not now. You are the protagonists tonight. Shueiyun, start. I am tired from chopping just now. Let me rest for a while. Master Danzo, what are you talking about? A flash of cold light passed by, and before the guard could finish his words, he was beheaded by Kurama Mizuyen. Quickly sound the signal flare, Shimura Danzo is planning a coup. Seeing this, the other guards on the side immediately warned the surrounding tribesmen. After experiencing Asuma's riot, the Sarutobi clan had some experience in dealing with such incidents. Humph, you don't know what I'm talking about. How can you narrow-minded people understand my tolerance? Danzo ignored the Sarutobi ninjas who were organizing the evacuation of their clansmen. Anyway, the surroundings had been blocked by the barrier team, so where could these trapped turtles escape to? Danzo, get back in shape, there may be a fierce battle next. Looking at Danzo, who was as steady as an old dog, Shinichi, who had used the wood release transformation technique to transform into Uchiha Itachi, kindly reminded him, since the beginning of the plan, he had sent a large number of wood clones to monitor everything in Konoha. He knew that Uchiha Koharu went to the route, and he also knew that Sarutobi Hiruzen led the Umbu to Uchiha. Even now, Uchiha and Sarutobi were going to the Shimura clan, and they were under the surveillance of his wood clones. A fierce battle? Has Sarutobi realized something is wrong? Looks like we need to speed up. The remaining Shimura clan is easy to deal with. Hiruzen, I hope you can understand my difficulties. Now everything the route is doing is for Konoha. Half an hour later. Master Danzo, the entire Sarutobi clan, regardless of gender, age or youth, has been captured. This is the Sarutobi clan's cash assets and the bodies of the Jonin. Kurama Shueiyun respectfully handed over 2 larger storage scrolls. Well, good job, let's go to the next place. Shimura clan. Sandame-sama, Danzo-sama is not in the clan. Do you have something important to talk to him about? If the situation is urgent, I can pass the message to Danzo-sama through the family's summoning beast. Looking at the 2 high-ranking officials who came late at night, the elder in charge of the Shimura clan has not yet realized the seriousness of the matter. Is Danzo not in the clan? Did Danzo really go to find Uchiha Madara? Chapter 25. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Swish, swish, swish. Just then, a large number of roots appeared around. Before Shimura Omen could react, the barrier class had already begun to set up the barrier on their own. You are members of the root. What do you want to do by coming to our Shimura clan in the middle of the night? Also, what's the situation with this barrier? Seeing a group of dark-skinned root members, Shimura Otomo was shocked, but when he saw the Sandame Hokage beside him, he mustered up the courage to question the root members. It seems that the big move of the root tonight is for the Shimura clan. But I haven't heard that the Shimura clan has any big trouble. What does Danzo mean by this? Wait, is it dark under the lamp? Is the mysterious Uchiha Madara hiding in the Shimura clan? Tap 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 tap. Hiruzen, I didn't expect you to arrive so soon. I thought you would not notice until I wiped out the Shimura clan. It's really troublesome. Facing the 3rd Hokage in front of him, Danzo had no intention of stopping his plan for tonight. Even if he died on the spot tonight, he would complete the task assigned by the adults. After all, everything he did now was for Konoha. Destroy the Shimura clan. Danzo, what nonsense are you talking about? The Shimura clan is your clan, the backbone of Konoha. You made such a big scene tonight just to destroy your compatriots. Danzo's state is exactly the same as Asuma's that night. Could it be that Danzo has been manipulated? Is the mastermind planning to replicate what happened to the Sarutobi clan that night in the Shimura clan? No, I will never allow this to happen again. Danzo, I will never let you follow in Asuma's footsteps. No, Hiruzen, you misunderstood. Humph, the Shimura clan is not worth such a big fight for me. What do you mean? Did I hear it wrong? As expected, the elderly cannot stay up late, and they are hallucinating. Alas, it's all because of Asma's influence. Now, whenever there is a slight movement around me, I always think of the night when Asma exterminated the clan. Not only the Shimura clan, but also the Uchiha clan, the Mtlnovel clan, and the remnants of your own Sarutobi clan are all on my slaughter list tonight. I should be able to barely resist Hiruzen and Koharu's strength, and it shouldn't be a problem for my subordinates to destroy the Shimura clan. What? Oh no, Danzo is being controlled by someone, we must strike first. If we let Danzo run away, it doesn't matter if the Shimura clan is annihilated or not, but the Sarutobi clan can't stand this anymore. Psychic summoning technique, Sarutobi. Are you serious? We haven't done it for many years. Today is a good opportunity to test my years of experience in spiritual communication. Dream taper. As the smoke rose, two spiritual beasts of different shapes appeared in front of the two. Sarutobi, is he the opponent this time? Was it you who betrayed Konoha, or was it Danzo who betrayed Konoha? You shouldn't have called me over for a normal sparring match, right? Sarutobi obviously recognized Danzo on the other side. After all, the two had been teammates for many years, and Sarutobi had fought side by side with Danzo many times. Neither. Danzo may have been controlled by someone. Try not to hurt his life when you attack him later. The state of his old friend is exactly the same as that of Koharu and Asuma before. It seems that the mastermind behind the scenes is the same person. The only one who can do this is Uchiha Shirsue's Koto Amatsukami, and Uchiha Itachi. Is it you? Sarutobi Hiruzen, who has a Koto Amatsukami Mangekyo, has a preliminary understanding of this eye technique. Danzo's state is no different from Yamato's, since obtaining Koto Amatsukami Mangekyo and would release Yamato from Danzo. Sarutobi Hiruzen has used the eye technique of Koto Amatsukami on Yamato in order to ensure Yamato's loyalty. After all, Yamato was born under Danzo. With his old friend's root brainwashing technique, he really can't trust Yamato, but the powerful bloodline limit of would release must be in his own hands. In this way, using Koto Amatsukami on Yamato is undoubtedly the best choice. Ha 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 ha, Hiruzen, you are too arrogant. Do you mean you can hurt my life at will? It seems that after not taking action for many years, you really treat me as a rat in the gutter. Shuei-yun, lead the route to act according to the original plan. Wind style, vacuum wave. Facing Sarutobi Hiruzen's invisible mockery, Danzo pouted his lips in anger and blew out a series of wind styles. Yes, Master Danzo. Everyone follow, don't let any of the Shimura clan members go. Without paying attention to the powerful third Hokage in front of him, Shuei-yun followed Danzo's instructions with a numb face and began to bloody massacre the Shimura clan. Earth escape, earth flow wall. Sarutobi, you stop the nightmare taper first, and Koharu will cooperate with the Shimura clan to stop the root slaughter. While quickly responding to Danzo's attack, Sarutobi Hiruzen also took the time to command his teammates around him. Hiruzen, be careful. Danzo has been secretly planning a lot of things over the years. His current strength may not be inferior to you and me. Faced with Sarutobi Hiruzen's arrangement, Uchiha Koharu reminded without any self-awareness. Well, I know that I have made some progress over the years. Danzo is not a concern. According to my understanding of my old friend, no matter how strong he is at most on par with me. The only thing that worries me now is the manipulator who secretly controls Danzo. Uchiha Itachi is so well hidden that even an old man who has seen countless people is fooled by his superficial tricks. As expected, Shirsue is just a minority of mutants. I shouldn't expect the Uchiha clan, who are born evil, to have a guy with the will of fire. Not a big deal. Hiruzen, you will pay the price for your contempt. Would release tree explosion burial. That with a large number of tree roots attacked Sarutobi Hiruzen with great force. Has the research on wood release become so mature? It seems that Yamato's appearance is not just luck. It seems that in addition to Koto Amatsukami and Yamato, Danzo has hidden a lot of good things. After this incident, it is necessary for me to transplant wood release. As I grow older, my body functions are not as good as before. If I want to maintain my previous majesty, it is not enough to rely on means alone. Ninjutsu Shuriken Shadow Clone Technique. A series of huge shurikens were thrown out from Sarutobi Hiruzen's hands, and the wood escape techniques were shattered wherever they passed. Some of the shurikens penetrated the wood escape techniques and shot towards Danzo with the remaining force. Humph, Hiruzen, we were taught by the same teacher. You don't think I'm not prepared for your tricks, do you? Humph, the shuriken shadow clone was just to draw out his next offensive move, so as to buy time for his next 5 escapes and great combos. Chapter 26. You are listening at novelful.audio. Stupid Sarutobi, I know your moves very well, but you have no idea of my strength over the years. Would release, insertion technique. Don't give him the chance to launch the 5 releases Great Link. Instant body. Shadow clone technique. It's just would release. It depends on who is performing it. Compared with the Shodame, Danzo's would release is nothing. Could Yamato's would release be the same? Didn't I lose out by putting Koto Amatsukami on Yamato? Hiruzen, hurry up and make a quick decision. We can't hold on any longer. There's something wrong with these roots. There are outsiders mixed in. Unable to stop the roots from slaughtering, Uchiha Koharu looked at the dead Shimura clansmen one by one and hurriedly called for help from Sarutobi Hiruzen. What? Outsiders? Uchiha Itachi, come out here, is this what you call magnanimity? Is this what you call the will of fire? Is this what I taught you in the beginning? This person mixed in with the root is most likely the mastermind behind controlling Danzo. Damn it, I was held back by Danzo, and Xiaochun is useless. I should have brought more Umbu here earlier. Hiruzen, you still care about other things when you are fighting me? Wind-style vacuum continuous bomb, puff. Sarutobi Hiruzen was caught off guard and was hit by the oncoming wind-style, leaving a huge wound. Damn it, this is not a solution, we must stop Danzo first. At the moment, Koharu and the Shimura clan are busy with their own affairs. Although the Monkey King has the advantage, it is impossible to determine the winner for the time being. The final outcome of this battle still depends on ourselves, but why did Uchiha Itachi dare not show up even at this point? Does he think that if he doesn't show up and there is no solid evidence, I won't do anything to him? Xiaochun, don't worry about the Shimura clan for now, you hold Danzo back, I will go deal with the root members. Although the root is Konoha's important asset, it can only be abandoned in this critical situation. Hold back Danzo. Me? Not inferior to you and me is just talk, Hiruzen, why do you take it seriously? Don't you know how strong I am? When I was young, I was not a match for Danzo, and now that I am old, it is even more impossible for me to fight against Danzo. It's okay, just hold them off for a while, let me deal with the root first. Without the root guys, it would be easy for Koharu and the Shimura clan to cooperate with him to take down Danzo. Okay, hurry up as much as possible. These guys in the root are not ordinary ninjas. Be careful, and also beware of the outsider who is ready to attack at any time. That if I just want to delay Danzo for a while, I should be able to do it, right? Xiaochun. Humph, you overestimate your abilities. Would release, thorn kill. Danzo, how dare you look down on me? As both of us are disciples of the Nidame, even if there is a little gap, you are not much stronger than me. Fire-style big fire breathing. After fighting with the root, Uchiha Koharu was now exhausted. Facing Danzo's attack, she could only barely resist, ding bang bang. As the kunai crossed, Uchiha Koharu was hit by 2 more friendship face-breaking punches. Hiruzen, hurry up, I can't hold on any longer. Looking at the Sandaime Hokage being held back in the distance, Uchiha Koharu's heart sank to the bottom of the valley. Xiaochun, give up. With the master here, Hiruzen can't take down the root. Seeing what Uchiha Xiaochun was thinking, Danzo's gloomy Sharingan showed a trace of red. Which sir? Who are you talking about, Danzo? Uchiha Itachi. Which Uchiha Madara is that? As a high-ranking elder of Konoha, even if he was beaten, Uchiha Koharu still grasped the key points of Danzo's words. Humph, you want to know? You are not worthy of knowing the existence of that adult. How do you feel now that your family is being slaughtered when you are planning to slaughter the Uchiha clan? What is that adult doing? With Hiruzen's strength, he shouldn't be able to be stumped. Uchiha. Sure enough. Is the evil Uchiha clan the one behind the scenes? Is Danzo in this state like Koto Amatsukami in the hands of Uchiha Itachi? Damn it, if I had known this, I should have persuaded Hiruzen to destroy the Uchiha clan earlier. This situation tonight is completely out of the plan of himself and Hiruzen. Is the so-called genocide plan of Uchiha Itachi just to delay the current situation? Had you known earlier? Destroy the Uchiha clan. You should care about your own clan. Before coming here, I have been to the Uchiha clan, the Mtlnovel clan and the Sarutobi clan. Well, you know the methods of our route. From the main gate of the Uchiha clan to the ancestral hall of the Sarutobi clan, I haven't even had a sip of water. Humph, she is indeed an evil politician. Even at this time, she is still thinking about slaughtering the Uchiha clan. It seems that it is right to strike first. If she keeps this kind of thing in Konoha to show off her power, how can she be worthy of the cultivation of Tobirama teacher after her death? With her and Hiruzen's stupid operation, Konoha can't withstand their behavior even with its huge family background. Alas, if Konoha did not ask Danzo alone, I really don't know how many clans would be destroyed and how many people would defect. What? Have you already taken action against the Uchiha clan before you came here? Rubbing. Uchiha Koharu was so shocked by the sudden news that she stepped back repeatedly. That's right, the Shimura clan is just my last stop tonight. Who is that person from the Uchiha clan? Kogen, it's Uchiha Kogen, right? One of your current direct blood relatives. I heard that you have high hopes for him, right? It's a pity that he is useless. He is already 16 years old, but he is still just a special jonin. He can't even catch my vacuum wave. Looking at the dazed Uchiha Koharu, Tuan showed a perverted smile at the corner of his mouth. You actually attacked Xiao Yuan, you watched him grow up, you even held him in your arms when you were a child. Danzo, even if you were controlled by someone, I will never forgive you. So what? They are just a bunch of Konoha's termites. I won't feel sorry to kill as many of them as I want. That's what you said before that Uchiha Kogen died. He hugged my thigh with blood all over his body, saying that I hugged him when they were little. It's really interesting. I have hugged so many people. Is he Uchiha Kogen the dog? Do you see the blood here? I raised my knife and cut it off right away. Wow, the blood gushed out of the aorta and dyed my pants red. As he said that, Danzo pointed to the dried blood on his thigh and said murderously. Hiruzen, don't hold back, Danzo is hopeless, he has already taken the route to the Sarutobi clan before coming here. Regardless of whether Danzo was controlled or not, he must bear the main responsibility for Xiao Yuan's death. Chapter 27. You are listening at novelfull.audio. What? Danzo has already taken the route to the Sarutobi clan. It's over. With the current behavior of the route, the Sarutobi clan is probably finished now. Although the family's attitude towards him has changed greatly after what happened last time, it is still his family after all. Bang. At the moment of distraction, Sarutobi Hiruzen took 2 more punches to the face. Ahem, this strength. You are definitely not an ordinary root member. It seems that you are the mastermind behind this. Come and die for me. Looking at the black-clothed man wearing a root mask in front of him, Sarutobi Hiruzen instantly figured out the key. The strength of this guy in front of him is obviously much higher than that of ordinary root members, and his strength is even slightly not inferior to Danzo. Judging from the behavior of his old friend, Duan Ran does not have such personal charm to influence such a strong man to work for him. Earth Escape Technique, Earth Dragon Bullet Technique. The mastermind? Sandaime, what are you talking about? All my subordinates have done is in accordance with the orders of Danzo-sama. Uchiha Shinichi easily dodged the oncoming Earth Dragon Bomb with a casual body flickering technique, and turned and retreated behind everyone. What is this body flickering technique? Uchiha Shursui. This guy is not dead. It seems that because of Danzo's behavior, Uchiha Shursui has gone completely crazy. If so, then these things make sense now, but why did Itachi tell me that Shursui is dead? Is Itachi lying? Or did Shursui even lie to Itachi? Everyone in the route, as the Sandaime Hokage, I order you to catch the man in black. We can solve the matter between Danzo and me, but we must not let the man in black go. He is most likely the mastermind behind Danzo's plan tonight. Since Shisui has done this, we can't let go of such a strong man who has such ill will towards Konoha. The root members saw the situation clearly, which guy was much stronger than the root members, and coupled with the strange behavior of Lord Danzo tonight, many root members began to hesitate for a moment. It doesn't matter if they help Lord Danzo to usurp power, but if they betray Konoha when Lord Danzo is under control, wouldn't it be too unfair to be liquidated at that time? Don't listen to his nonsense, quickly wipe out the Shimura clan, and when I get rid of these parasites and ascend to the position of Hokage, everything in Konoha will be decided by us. Looking at the hesitant troops, Danzo dealt with the counterattack of Uchiha Koharu while making the preparatory gesture of the tongue eradication seal, and his threat was obvious. I'm sorry, Sandaime-sama, you've seen the situation, and we had no choice. Faced with Danzo's physical threat, Shuei-yun and a group of root members could only suppress their doubts and continue to massacre the Shimura clan. Damn it, Uchiha Shisui, you beast, I will make you pay back 100-fold for everything you did today. Looking at the root members who continued to massacre, Sarutobi Hiruzen's hatred for Uchiha Shisui and the Uchiha clan had reached its peak. Although the root members in front of him were massacring the Shimura clan, there was no doubt that his own Sarutobi clan must have suffered the same fate before. Wait. In this scene, was Asuma also controlled by the beast Uchiha Shisui? Yes, it must be like this. Only he can do it. Phew, it's a good thing that I put Asuma in Konoha prison, otherwise the Sarutobi clan would really be extinct tonight. Shadow Clone Technique. Looking at Uchiha Shinichi hiding behind the root, Sarutobi Hiruzen knew that if he didn't respond with the determination to die tonight, he and Xiaochun would probably die here. Everyone, concentrate your firepower. The opponent is the strongest Hokage in history. No matter what happened, we can't die here in vain. Looking at the three Sarutobi Hiruzen on the opposite side, Shuei-yun secretly groaned in his heart. Clear. Yes, Lord Shuei-yun. Lightning escape, dark thunder. Wind style, sky ball. Water style, rain of thousand bones. Under the pressure of the third Hokage, all the root members also used all their strength. In this situation, regardless of whether they were willing or not, for the sake of the situation, the third Hokage probably would not hold back. Earth escape, earth formation wall. The shadow clone technique. Earth escape, fish reflecting technique in the earth. A series of ninjutsu, in the hands of Sarutobi Hiruzen, is as easy as eating and drinking. Did this old man hide his true self underground? Is the shadow clone on the ground just a deception? Is his real target me? With the perception of Hashirama Senju and the bonus of White Zetsu's perception, Uchiha Shinichi's perception ability can be said to be the top in the ninja world. In front of this perception, every move of Sarutobi Hiruzen on the opposite side seems funny and ridiculous. Earth escape heart beheading technique. Bang, a dead branch-like arm appeared under Uchiha Shinichi's feet. In the original work, Kakashi used the classic move to subdue Uchiha Sasuke on himself. But this move is really useful. It's a pity that Sarutobi, you underestimated my strength. Super strength technique, sky-high kick, point one of Tsunade's famous skills. After absorbing the Senju clan leader Hashirama Senju, Uchiha Shinichi used it very easily. Nanny? Isn't this it? Boom. Caught off guard, Sarutobi Hiruzen, who was about to launch a sneak attack, was kicked away. His entire right shoulder collapsed to one side, and several ribs on his chest were cut through the skin and exposed to the air. The whole person looked hideous and terrifying. Hiss Masaka. This is the strongest Hokage in history, how could this happen? This move is not from Tsunade-sama. So terrifying. This guy's strength is even higher than that of the Hokage. The sudden movement made the Shimura clan and the root members stop. Cough, cough, cough. Poof. Who the hell are you? Spitting out a mouthful of blood, Sarutobi Hiruzen barely managed to stand up, and questioned Uchiha Shinichi, who had retracted his long legs. Uchiha Shursui had absolutely no chance to learn this sky-high kick. Did he guess wrong? The other party wasn't Shursui. Strange strength, could it be? Is this guy an orphan of the Senju clan? But the Senju clan obviously only has Tsunade left, and the other branch members who have merged into Konoha don't have such a legacy. Could he be a disciple that Tsunade accepted privately? Is it to avenge the main Senju lineage who died in World War II? That's not right, those things were all done by Danzo back then, and he, as the Hokage, had no end. If the other party wanted revenge, they would look for Danzo and the Shimura clan, so why did they involve the other three clans? Chapter 28. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Sandake-sama is getting dumber as time goes by. We are enemies. Why do you expect them to tell you their own information? Shaking his numb legs, Uchiha Shinichi rolled his eyes at Sarutobi Hiruzen, who was breathing out more than inhaling. Humph, no matter who you are, I will keep you here even if I have to risk my life today. With this kind of strength, if the other party is allowed to escape, Konoha will probably never have peace in the future. Glancing at the injuries on his body, Sarutobi Hiruzen secretly made a decision in his heart. It was time to implement his will of fire. Without him, Konoha would probably have the fifth-generation Hokage between Jiraiya and Tsunade. With the morality of the Uchiha clan, no one in the entire Konoha would support them to take the throne, so he could rest assured. As for the subsequent decision on the Uchiha clan, with the files he left behind, Tsunade and Jiraiya should know what to do. After all, no Hokage would tolerate the existence of such an unstable factor as the Uchiha clan. Leave me here. Huh, you old immortal, it seems that you haven't realized the difference in strength between us. This resolute look? Sarutobi Hiruzen, this bastard, should want to rely on the Shiki Fujin move that is said to last as long as the heaven and earth, right? Unfortunately, I have been prepared for this move of yours. Wow. It's really exciting. I didn't expect that the third Hokage of Konoha would become so embarrassed. A wave of space ripples appeared, and Uchiha Obito, who received the message from White Zetsu, appeared in the barrier with Black Zetsu. What? Two more. No, the guy on the left should be the Uchiha Madara mentioned by Itachi. But what is this half-black and half-white guy on the right? Looking at the masked man who suddenly appeared, Sarutobi Hiruzen instantly thought of the information related to him. Huh. This guy was able to force the third Hokage into such a situation, but the ninja world didn't have any information about him. Even White Zetsu didn't know. Looking at the calm Uchiha Shinichi through the mask, Obito began to wonder if he could recruit him into the Akatsuki organization. If I am not mistaken, you should be a member of Akatsuki, right? According to Akatsuki's style of doing things, if I issue a mission to your Akatsuki as the third Hokage of Konoha, I wonder if you are willing to take it. If I can get this guy's help, I may not have to use that trick. I hope Itachi's information is correct. Issue a mission. It's a far-fetched term, but you really can't die now. I'll take this mission. Boy, he's my employer now, I hope you don't make trouble for yourself. Luckily, White Zetsu informed me of the changes in Konoha tonight in advance, otherwise, the Uchiha clan hasn't been destroyed yet, and the third Hokage has died first. Wouldn't my plan be directly bankrupt? Even the Uchiha clan may take this opportunity to directly ascend to the position of the fifth Hokage, and it would be difficult to move the Uchiha clan at that time. Humph, you are the first one to speak so arrogantly in front of me, Uchiha Madara. But based on your courage, I recognize you. In terms of courage, I am willing to call you the strongest. Looking at the pretentious masked man Obito, Uchiha Shinichi, who was also wearing a mask, took the lead and occupied the identity card of Uchiha Madara. Uchiha Madara? You? Then who am I? Oh no, I'm a stand-in. Did I meet someone in the same profession? My vest was also stolen. What should I do next? Waiting online urgent. Madara. Absolutely impossible, he must be a coward who borrowed Madara's name. Black Zetsu looked at Uchiha Shinichi and had already made up his mind. Uchiha Madara. If I remember correctly, Itachi seemed to have said that this mask with spacetime ninjutsu also called himself Uchiha Madara. Yes, besides me, who else dares to pretend to be me? Glancing at Uchiha Obito who was gritting his teeth, Shinichi began to let himself go. Humph, is it true that any Tom, Dick or Harry wants to impersonate me? Junior, I don't care who you are, I must teach you a lesson today. Dare to impersonate Uchiha Madara to scare me? Idiot, you have hit a wall today, no one knows Uchiha Madara better than me. Hee, I am Uchiha Madara, how can I pretend to be him? Boy, I admit your courage, but this is not your capital for being presumptuous. You still want to teach me a lesson? How arrogant. Even Hashirama didn't dare to talk to me like this. Obito's Kamui is quite difficult to deal with, but with the same Mangekyo Sharingan pupil technique, the Mangekyo of the goddess of the gods plus his own sage body amplification, there is no reason why he is not as good as Obito, a guy who is put together like this. Shut up. I am the real Uchiha Madara. You, a fake, dare to cheat under my name. You are courting your own destruction. This guy is a variable. In order for his plan to proceed smoothly, he must be eliminated. Swish. The space flashed, and Uchiha Obito instantly appeared behind Shinichi. Whoosh. Kunai flashed and fell into the void. Humph, it's useless. This kind of trick has no effect on me. Ignoring the kunai that passed through his body, Obito reached out and grabbed Uchiha Shinichi. Snap. I won. Humph, nothing special. Holding Shinichi's wrist holding the kunai, Uchiha Obito was a little proud. With this level of strength, he dared to pretend to be Uchiha Madara. He really overestimated his own abilities. 1. Not necessarily, I technique Koto Amatsukami. Uchiha Shinichi, whose wrist was grabbed, was not panicked at all. Instead, he looked at Uchiha Obito with a mocking look on his face. The ordinary black pupils in his eyes instantly turned into scarlet four-cornered windmills. At such a close distance, he directly bumped into Koto Amatsukami face to face. Even Uchiha Obito could only suffer in an instant. Will modification protect Konoha Chunin no era Rin equals protect Konoha Chunin Uchiha Shinichi? Oh no, which eye is? Uchiha Shursui. This guy is not dead yet, no, we must save Obito. Black Zetsu, who had been watching the battle, instantly noticed the strangeness in Uchiha Shinichi's eyes. He had already learned all the information about Uchiha Shursui. Now Black Zetsu knew very well what Uchiha Obito was facing. Yin-yang release, will descends. Seeing that Obito was at a disadvantage, Black Zetsu hurriedly controlled White Zetsu to fly over. Let me go, Black Zetsu, my lord still needs my help here. The brain-dead Obito who was hit by Koto Amatsukami turned against him instantly. If he had not been controlled by Black Zetsu, he would have helped Uchiha Shinichi to kill the Sandaime and others. It's over, Obito has been brainwashed, no, we have to leave here first. Seeing Uchiha Obito's state, Black Zetsu was shocked, but he still forced himself to calm down and control Obito to display Kamui. In the flickering space, the brain-dead Obito was forcibly taken away by Black Zetsu. Chapter 29. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Humph, Black Zetsu, he is indeed a troublesome guy, but I can't take care of him right now. Looking at the place where Obito left, Uchiha Shinichi didn't feel any regret. This time he used the eternal Koto Amatsukami. Obito is now in his own shape. What does it matter if Black Zetsu takes him away? As long as he doesn't die, Obito will come to find him one day. Danzo, stop playing, finish it early and send our Sandaime off, after all, we are teammates. Looking at Uchiha Koharu who was completely beaten by Danzo, Uchiha Shinichi urged, for Konoha's dirty high-ranking officials, the scene of friends killing each other is perfect. I understand, my lord. Xiaochun, let's go. I've been waiting for you for a long time. Hiruzen will be with you soon. Danzo, who was controlled by Koto Amatsukami, ignored the despair in his former friend's eyes and directly raised his sword to kill him. Hiruzen, save me. The wounded Yutain Koharu could only barely maintain her shape. Damn it, do I have to use that trick in the end? Well, at least I have to save Koharu. With her watching over me, no matter if it's Tsunade or Jiraiya who takes over, at least I won't be left in the dark. Looking at Koharu in crisis, Sarutobi Hiruzen finally made up his mind to use the Shiki Fujin. Oh my, I almost forgot about you. There is no such thing as failure in the missions that Akatsuki has taken on. At this moment, Black Zetsu, who was controlling Uchiha Obito, suddenly made a comeback and used his divine power to sweep away the seriously injured Sandaime Hokage before Uchiha Shinichi could recover. Black Zetsu. Looking at Black Zetsu controlling Obito's series of smooth actions, it seems that it will be impossible for Uchiha Obito to return to his side for a long time. Hiruzen. Watching Sarutobi Hiruzen being taken away, Yutain Koharu was completely in despair. Puff. The wind escape passed through his body, and the elder of the generation, Yutain Koharu, came to an end. My lord, I have fulfilled my mission. Danzo returned to Uchiha Shinichi with a slight breath. You did a good job, but why are you standing here like an idiot? Want to be lazy? The remnants of the Shimura clan have not been killed yet. Go help your men, finish your work early and go back to bed early. Looking at the tool man in front of him, Uchiha Shinichi had no intention of pity. After all, he was a scapegoat, so whoever he took the blame for didn't matter. Yes, sir, I will go right away. Danzo had no doubts about Uchiha Shinichi's order. Even though he was exhausted physically and mentally, he still carried it out loyally. After all, everything was for Konoha. Half an hour later. These bastards have been greedy for a lot of money over the years, but it's a pity that all of this will eventually benefit Uchiha Shinichi. Looking at the several large storage scrolls in his hand, the wealth inside is estimated to be twice the total of the entire Uchiha clan. Sir, what are your instructions next? Already exhausted, Shimura Danzo still loyally waited for Uchiha Shinichi's next order. Well, lead your route to clean up the traces of tonight and prepare to inherit the 5th Hokage. This can be regarded as the fulfillment of your long-cherished wish. With the current reputation of the Uchiha clan, it is impossible to inherit the position of Hokage. In this case, we should support an obedient puppet to take over the transition. 5th Hokage. Thank you for your cultivation, I will definitely live up to your expectations. See, teacher, the position of Hokage finally fell into my hands. The Hiruzen you chose back then has become a borer of Konoha. Let me, Danzo, correct your mistakes back then. Well, don't be too happy too soon, that bastard Sarutobi Hiruzen is not dead yet, be careful of him, understand? Remember to ask me for support in time if anything happens. Looking at Shimura Danzo, whose face was flushed as if he had been injected with chicken blood, Uchiha Shinichi kindly reminded. I understand, sir, please rest assured. Sarutobi Hiruzen, that stray dog, can't cause any trouble. Later, I will frame everything that happened tonight on Hiruzen's head. After all, there is the precedent of Asuma. Even if everyone has doubts, facing Sarutobi Hiruzen who has defected and cannot prove himself, they can only suppress their doubts in their hearts. After I become the 5th Hokage, even if Hiruzen is not a traitor, I will classify him as a traitor. If it was the situation in the past, I would not be able to be so dictatorial, but now the Sarutobi clan has been wiped out, the other 2 elders have died, the Umbu are leaderless, and the major families are watching each other. As the oldest elder in Konoha, I am also leading a group of root members. Who dares to oppose me becoming the 5th Hokage? Well, just keep it in mind. If it's nothing important, don't bother me. By the way, you can take care of the Uchiha clan from now on. The clan leader's lineage doesn't matter, but other Uchiha clan members can't be touched. By the way, you have to be careful with Uchiha Itachi, don't let him fall into the trap and be defeated by his Koto Amatsukami. We must be on guard against Uchiha Itachi, after all, this guy also has Koto Amatsukami's Mangekyo Sharingan. Although he is definitely not as good as me in terms of pupil power, who knows if he can remove the Koto Amatsukami illusion on Shimura Danzo. Itachi is a die-hard fan of the Sandaime Hokage. Such a big thing happened tonight, and Uchiha Itachi will definitely investigate it thoroughly. It seems that I have to prepare in advance. Yes, sir. Do you have any objection to my attacking Uchiha Itachi? Mangekyo Sharingan, if I am not mistaken, Uchiha Itachi should have 3 of them. Wait, so I have to hurry up and find the Mangekyo and would release that Hiruzen took away last time. As long as you can succeed, I hope you can attack him. With Itachi's strength and combat awareness, it shouldn't be that easy for Danzo and his group to succeed, right? After all, they are not Uchiha Shursui, the defenseless saint bitch. I feel relieved with your words, sir. It's just Uchiha Itachi. We just need to wait for all the root ninjas to come, and no matter how much he tries, he will have to surrender. If the plan goes well, in the near future I will have 2 pairs of Mangekyo Sharingan and a would-release ninja to help me. Ha 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 ha, with such strength, I am worthy of being Master Shinichi's loyal dog. Well, don't be happy too soon. I don't care if you want to attack Uchiha Itachi, but the Mangekyo Sharingan must be handed over to me afterwards. This is not something you can peek into, understand? The Mangekyo Sharingan must not fall into the hands of Shimura Danzo. It is not enough for him to keep it for his own collection or to give it to his close ones. Danzo, after all, he is just a tool. Chapter 30. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Forehead, hand it over. Yes, sir. Danzo, who hadn't been happy for a few seconds, had to agree to Uchiha Shinichi's order despite being extremely reluctant. Phew, it's okay, at least he still has a would-release ninja, but a would-release ninja that hasn't grown up yet is not enough at the moment. It's time to contact Orochimaru. With past experience, it shouldn't be a problem for him to train a few more would-release experimental subjects, right? At most, more consumables will die. Well, you are a teachable kid. Let's go. I'll leave the finishing work to you. Before he finished speaking, Uchiha Shinichi disappeared in front of him with the instant body technique. Yes. Sir. Although Uchiha Shinichi's figure had already gone far away, Shimura Danzo, who had been brainwashed by Koto Amatsukami, still nodded and bowed respectfully in the direction where Shinichi left. The next day, the sun was shining brightly and the sky was cloudless. For the Fire Nation, which had a superior geographical location, this kind of weather was normal, but the mood of the people of Konoha and the major families was different. The weather is just the opposite. Have you heard? The Sandaime-sama led people to massacre the entire clan of several elders last night. A special propagandist who was suspected to be from the root at the Konoha meatball shop said to his friend at the table in a mysterious manner. Hey, how could I not have heard of such a big thing? The eldest grandson of my cousin's nephew's mistress is working in the Umbu. I heard that even the 2 elders, Utane Koharu and Midaman N, died on the spot. The Sandaime is really crazy. Another root colleague took over at the right time to make fun of him. I said that old bastard has done such a thing, you still call him Sandaime-sama. Aren't you afraid of being arrested as an accomplice? Another root who had rehearsed many times followed up. You are not allowed to insult my Sandaime. Sandaime-sama, he would never do such a thing. You spies from the enemy village, stop spreading rumors and misleading the public. The diners who wanted to gossip could not help but scold him directly. The Sandaime-sama is his idol, how could he do what these guys said? This must be a slander from the enemy village. Humph, you are ignorant, aren't you? Do we need to slander this matter with solid evidence? And who dares to slander the Hokage so loudly in Konoha? These are all told to me by my eldest cousin who works in the Umbu. He glanced at the indignant guest with disdain. Huiyun and others had already made up their minds about such doubts. Haha, Huiyun, why are you arguing with such fools? Try to be eloquent. They are the typical example of people who foolishly defend the murderer who killed their own children even though their own children have been captured as experimental subjects. Taimo saw someone taking over the conversation and immediately took the opportunity to start exposing the news. That's right. How many people died in the wood release experiment? Weren't all the missing children in Konoha found in Orochimaru's laboratory? What happened? The Sandaime arrested them openly, but actually let them go to clear the way for his disciples. Later, he issued a symbolic wanted notice, but after so many years, there is no follow-up. Before the Sandaime's crazy fans could continue, Harumi continued to expose the news. Huh? Naive, aren't you? Orochimaru and the Sandaime are master and apprentice, and my cousin told me that Danzo has collected solid evidence that the Sandaime has arranged for Orochimaru to capture Konoha citizens for human experiments. Looking at the brainless fans who wanted to speak, Huiyin quickly seized the high ground of public opinion. Impossible. I also heard about that incident. The Sandaime-sama was kept in the dark by Orochimaru. Later, the Sandaime-sama even sent Jiraiya-sama to capture him. After hearing the revelations from several people, another brain-dead fan was still refuting, but his confidence was obviously insufficient. Haha, the words are very nice, but what is the result? The result is that Orochimaru is still at large, the Sandaime is still serving as his Hokage, and only those test subjects who were tortured are ignored. The sad thing is that the parents and relatives of those test subjects are still speaking for the murderers who tortured them. Now, I and others are in the same boat with Danzo, and the Sandaime must die in the stinking ditch. Harumi, you can't reason with them. Asuma exterminated the clan first, and then the Sandaime exterminated the clan. It seems that Asuma was just following the Sandaime's wishes. No wonder Asuma didn't get into trouble afterwards. It turns out that the real murderer, the Sandaime, was backing him up. Huiyin pretended to be profound and comforted his colleagues. The roots of the violent organizations and specific intelligence were completely a blow to the ordinary people in terms of public opinion. That's true, but I heard that Danzo also found a wood release ninja from the Sandaime. It seems that the wood release experiment was successful, and those test subjects were not sacrificed in vain. Not only that, I heard that the Sandaime has collected a lot of Sharingan. I guess the Uchiha Shisui incident some time ago was done by the Sandaime. Taimo rubbed the meatball in his hand. While performing his work, he used the mission funds to fill his stomach. Nanny? That instant body Shisui? With his strength, yes, only the Sandaime could kill him quietly. What a pity, that instant body Shisui is a guy who is no less powerful than Hatake Kakashi, but he actually fell for this old guy. Shueiyun was shocked on the surface about Taimo's revelation, but in fact he understood. What you said suddenly reminded me of the fourth Hokage a few years ago. If the third Hokage's image was all fake, and he was that kind of guy, then could it be that he was behind the fourth Hokage's death? After all, everyone witnessed how strong the fourth Hokage was back then, and even if the fourth Hokage died, it would be the fifth Hokage who would take over, and it wouldn't be the third Hokage's turn to be restored, right? Could it be that a big Konoha like us can't elect a fifth Hokage? Shueiyun is pretending to be so real. If he hadn't personally cooperated with him to work with Danzo to kill Uchiha Shisui, I would have believed it myself. Are you kidding? Our Konoha is the largest ninja village. Let's not talk about the distant ones. Just Jiraiya, Tsunade-sama, and the heads of the other families, which one of them is not famous? Even if we don't mention them, don't we still have Danzo, Koharu, and Elder Yen? Hehe, even if we don't mention Danzo, don't we still have me, Sasaki Harajirai? Now that you mention it, the matter of the fourth Hokage is a bit scary. Even the current Hokage is afraid of this. Sarutobi, old dog, you really did a lot of harm to people. If you say that, the other things may be slander, and the things that happened to the fourth generation may really be done by the old dog of the third generation.